puny spirit anglers. You'll never be able to defeat me.
Hold on, temperos. Hold on, buddy. I gotta do like a video intro here. I gotta like set the scene. So like we'll get back to you later in the video. Don't worry about it. 17 years ago, I first heard of a little browser game called RuneScape. I was sitting at the lunch table with 3 of my pals, and they were telling me all about their adventures in this fantasy land. They spoke of goblins, dragons, magic, and quests. Now, I had always loved fantasy growing up, and I was currently playing a game called Lord of the Rings: The Third Age on my GameCube. Naturally, my mind would visualize RuneScape as they were describing it, with the same graphical fidelity that game had. Now, I was incorrect in this assumption, but that did not deter me. I went straight to my grandma's house that weekend and hopped onto her PC. She was the only member of my family at the time who had actually owned a computer and had an internet connection. So I would enjoy playing games like Adventure Quest, Toontown, random other browser games at her place. I created an account with her help, and she helped me come up with the name Bean4111. This was a very odd name choice, but I didn't think about it. I was just ready to play RuneScape. I had written down my friend Thomas's username from school and quickly figured out how to add him after I got off Tutorial Island. I sent him a message saying hello, and we met up at Lumbridge, and I distinctly remember the first thing he said to me. He called me a noob. This was actually the first time I had heard that word, but it was immediately clear what it meant. My account was shit, and I didn't know anything about the game. I didn't get to play too much since I only visited my grandmother on the occasional weekend, but I do remember really enjoying the mining skill. This is probably what ushered in my lifelong enjoyment of mining, smithing, and general other crafting mechanics in games throughout time. Once middle school came around, I was still casually playing, and I even remember asking my first girlfriend out through a RuneScape PM. And just like that awkward first relationship faded out, so did RuneScape as I went on to play World of Warcraft a bit, and a whole lot of Diablo 2. Against my mother's wishes, of course, because Diablo 2 had titties and demons. Then when I was in high school, I heard the whisperings, the rumbling of an old school version of RuneScape. A snapshot in time from back when I first experienced the game as a wee lad. I played around with it for a bit for the nostalgia factor, and my interest faded again in favor of more sophisticated games such as Garry's Mod RP servers and League of Legends. Yikes. Until about 7 years ago, when I decided to really jump into old school RuneScape and give it a fair shake. Like most people, I played on and off for a few years, only playing when I felt the urge to click some pixels. But the past 2 years, that's where RuneScape really took hold. I was tackling bigger and bigger challenges as I grew more confident within the world of Gielinor. And before I knew it, I had like base 70 stats, 20 or 30 mil to my name, and a fire cape on my back. And I kept pushing further and further, now with about 300 mil to my account's name, a few 99s under my belt, and this month was a huge milestone for me. I finally earned myself a quest cape. For the time being, of course. But let me tell you, there is still so much more to be done. My account currently sits where I'm sure a lot of yours do right now, nearing the end of the mid-game and just getting a little taste of what the late game is like. Now, those past few years of RuneScape progression have been mainly a solo endeavor for me. The friends I grew up playing this game with faded out, but the grind didn't stop. And now I want to share this journey going forward with all of you. Playing this game completely in isolation can be a bit of a downer, so I want to make more out of my time playing. I want to create a community of players like me who are pushing through to maxing their accounts and becoming RuneScape god gamers. So, if you'll join me, today we'll be starting the first episode of Mid to Max, where I'm going to be hammering in all those finishing touches onto my account. I'm talking about the Inferno. 99s across the board. Max cash stack. Endgame gear. Shaking hands with Jimmy himself. And our subject of the first video, and probably many videos to come, the achievement diaries. I've been plugging away at some of these elite requirements, and I've got plenty more to go. So today we're going to be hopping around a bit between activities to stave off some of that burnout of getting some of these skills up, because it can be a bit of a drag, especially things like fishing and agility. Speaking of fishing, back to you, Temperos.
Puny spirit anglers, you'll never be able to defeat me. Ow, stop. Ow, what the fuck? Ow. No, don't catch my little fish. Don't. Ow, ouch. Don't catch my little fish.
Today we're going to be gaining approximately 1 level in fishing, taking me from 85 to 86 and 1 step closer to the Mauritania Elite Diary requirement. And we will be gaining that level by doing Temperos. He offers pretty good fishing XP and also a little bit of rewards on the side that you get to fish up off the shore after you're done. Okay, this is live commentary now. I'm going to show you what a solo Temperos run looks like and how you can also do it. I watched a random guide on YouTube to show me how to do a good run, and here we are. So you want, I believe this is 8. Yeah, 8 buckets in your inventory. I just have them set up like this because so did the YouTube tutorial guy. Take a hammer just in case. You really don't need it most of the time, but if you want to repair one of the masts, you can to get extra points. But in general, you're going to be getting anywhere from 9 to 10 reward points per game, and a game takes about 9 to 10 minutes as well, so it's not the fastest, but I'll show you how it works. So you're going to load in, make sure you fill your buckets every round. Instantly start clicking up north and start fishing. Get my mini map turned back on. I was recording clips earlier. That's where I like to do my little fishing spec. I'm a mini map clicker for specs. I know that doesn't work in the wilderness though. Eventually I'll learn how to PK. So you're going to want to grab about 8 fish here and start cooking them. Simple as that. And you're keeping an eye out for the double fish spot that pops up. It'll pop up at some point just before you're done or a little bit after you're done. There it is. Instantly go over. Luckily we cooked all of our fish, so we're keeping a good pace. And you're going to want to fill up your inventory here. You shouldn't end up short any fish if you're quick enough, but if you are, it kind of sucks in this first little phase because this is the only part of the match that's going to be like tight on time. Instantly want to go start cooking all your fish, and then the first wave is going to roll in. There it is. Run, tether yourself to the pole. You're going to need to bring a rope if you don't have the spirit angler outfit, so you can just drop one of your buckets. You don't even need this many. It's kind of just to block out your inventory for the correct amount of fish. You're going to cook everything but the last 3 fish. Run on up and start loading the cannon. You're going to load all of the cooked fish and leave the 3 raw ones in your inventory. Oh, that sucks. The fire is going to spawn right on me. Most of the time it doesn't, but yeah, you're going to want to move out of the way if it's going to drop right on you. Because you don't want to be dropping any of your good old buckets. Don't worry about the fire right now. It's fine. Just put it out after. Okay, we loaded all of our cooked fish, so we're going to put out these fires real quick. And we're not going to worry about damaging Temperos because he hasn't gone down yet. But his energy is at 10%, and that means he won't be using any more special attacks. And we loaded the appropriate amount of fish, so next time when we load this full inventory, he's going to be knocked down to 10% again after he phases. And that's just how it works. You won't deal with special attacks for the rest of the game now. So here, you're just doing the same thing. You're waiting for the double fishing spot and then filling up. Cook them all. If this storm intensity meter hits 100%, the game is over. So you're trying to outpace this, which is a little tight on time, especially if you mess up at some point in this first phase, this little setup phase, but it's fairly forgiving. You just need to keep an eye on it. Okay. We're almost all cooked. And then you're going to instantly run up and load all of your fish. Every single one, because this is how you get the XP. These are nice little XP drops here. Every fish you're loading in. Once this last one goes in, you're going to run down. I spec, I believe I have a light bearer on. Yeah, I have a light bearer on, so my specs are up more often. And you're going to hit him as much as you can here. Once his energy gets up to like 95, 93-ish, depending on what like cycle you're attacking on, you might as well stop attacking because you're not going to be able to get off your last attack, but we'll see if I can show you an example of that here. Okay, I'll be able to fit in one more. There it is. All right, then I run off and I start fishing again. You can catch like, I don't know, 5 fish here, something like that, as long as the double spot doesn't spawn. Oh, there it is. So as soon as the double spot spawns, you're always going to it. In these last few phases, you're just worrying about finding the double spawn, cooking the fish after the double spawn. When the double spawn comes back, go to it, fill up. You're filling up your inventory for these last few phases. And you're cooking the whole thing. Okay, so now that the spot is gone, I'm just cooking because it'll spawn probably before I'm done cooking these. And there it is. Head on over. This should fill up the rest of my inventory. Easy as that. Cook the rest of them. And at this point, you can drop all of your buckets after your fish is cooked. I am holding a microphone in my hand, so I'm going to be right-click dropping these. Don't worry about it. Nicer mic coming soon to where I don't have to hold it. All right, loading all of the fish. Temperos absolutely getting noob tubed right now. He's going to go down. Don't worry about it. Keep loading fish. You're always loading all of them except for that first phase when you're going to leave those 3 raw ones in your inventory. Run on down, drift down the chain, spec, and you're going to smack them around. Fish is little fish. And you're not, I don't know, depending on your fishing level, you might be able to kill him here, but I never have really gotten that close. You just want to do, once you hit like under 10%, just stop smacking it if you're going to get that. But I don't normally get him that low. I can get one more here. Oh, so I will. All right, 9%. Okay, so now we have a full empty inventory besides our little hammer. You could drop that too if you wanted, but whatever. I just leave it there. So now I'm just catching a few. I'll catch 5 or so, go cook, wait for the double spot. If it doesn't spawn, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can sit there and fish that. You have plenty of time with the storm intensity building to just fish a normal spot until the double spawns. I just prefer to be central location when the double fish spawns so I can get it quickly. Filling up, no problem. And cooking. keeping our eye out for the last double fish spot to show. There it is. This will fill us up. Now we just cook up the rest of these. Plop them in the gun, the fish gun, fish launcher, the noob tube. And the reason we drop those buckets is so we can get a maximum inventory full to get the most amount of XP out of this round, because we're going to finish it after this one. You can't like continuously do this. Once you do, I think 3 or 4 downs on temperos, then he'll just end the game. So you can't just perpetually keep him down without killing him. Load up the last inventory. I'll show you the XP here. So we're getting about 58, 59, 60k here. But that's not super accurate because you're going to be going between games and everything, filling up your buckets, grabbing your buckets, all that. So you're probably going to be more like 50k an hour doing this, at least at my fishing level. I don't know if it scales with fishing level, but I just reset this tracker a minute ago, so that's why it's a little higher. And then you go finish them off. Catch his little fish guys. And he's gonna die. Oh, ouch. Oh boy. And then you're gonna get 10 permits most of the time. Grab 10 buckets out of here. I like to grab 10 and drop 2. I just rearrange them like this because that's how the guy in the video had them. You'll be taken out. And that's that. So then you'll be able to fish your rewards over here in this little reward pool. You can grab a net from this guy. I like to just let it build though every level. So that is a super simple solo temperos method, and it'll get you about 11k per trip. So, and a trip takes about 10 minutes. So yeah, roughly 50 to 60k per hour, which takes a while. As you can see over here, this would take me 34-ish trips, and that would probably take 6 hours. So even doing the higher XP method like this, I don't feel like doing 3-tick barbarian fishing and all that. It's just a lot. So I just like to do these kind of methods, and it's fun to get all your reward pulls. So not insane, but it still takes a while. All right, no more fucking around. Cut to the montage. What is that? One fish, 2 fish, cook fish, shoot fish. So, what do you guys like? What do you like to do? What do you like to eat? I don't know. Leave it in the comments below. What do you like? This fucking guy's back. He's back with his big giant head. Okay, so after 28 games, that got us the level up to 86, and we are left with 280 permits. I think I had maybe 20 or so before that. I don't remember. Maybe it was 27 games we did then, but we're going to go ahead and open these up and see what we get. Okay, here we are. We have reset the loot tracker for the net pool and the caskets. So let's go ahead and start digging through and seeing how much GP we're going to get from 280 permits. I don't have the pet. Pet would be wonderful to get. I do have the fish barrel, so I'm not worried about that. And then I think that there's that special fish that you can like hold or something, some sort of trophy fish. Okay, soaked pages. We like that. Those are going to be, I think, the more expensive things we can pull. The spirit flakes are kind of nice because we'll be able to use those for like minnows or something if we ever want to do that later for fishing XP, because we got a lot of fishing XP we still got to get it up to 93 for the boost. And yeah, we're just going to keep on pulling. Oh shit, dragon harpoon. Love that. Hell yeah. No caskets yet, which is kind of surprising. 200 more pulls to go. See if we can get another dragon harpoon. We're getting like no soaked pages here. Oh, there we got 5 more. 120 more rewards in the pool. 25 soaked pages. I believe that might be the conversion from getting fish barrel a second time, maybe? I don't know. I know you get a big batch for when you get a unique that you already have. More soaked pages. Oh no, this guy just showed up to take me to jail. I guess I gotta go to jail for a long time. Okay, so that is that for the pool itself. Let's throw everything into the loot tab and then grab the caskets and open them up. Alright, let's just crack these bad boys open. Red topaz, sapphire necklace, boo! Emerald necklace. It's probably more sapphire necklaces. Emerald bracelet, opals, and I don't know what that last one was. I didn't see. Looks like more opals maybe. Okay, so about 145k from there, 3.5 mil from there, so about 3.65 mil total. So not bad. It's obviously the dragon harpoon carried there, but I don't know. Money's good. We love money. So all this is going to get tossed in the loot tab, and we'll take a look at how the loot tab is currently. So I was doing a bunch of farm runs and stuff before I started making this series. So this is mostly farm runs, some random little things I picked up when doing other achievement diaries. Like I got a kill on some of the wilderness bosses and stuff for the wilderness one, and I got a mystic robe and tooth half and things like that. Onyx bolt tips. It was really lucky on the random kills I was getting for the diaries. So yeah, most of this is farm runs, but yeah, we're sitting at 35 mil in the loot tab right now. I'll sell it at some point when I need to consolidate my cash. Total in the bank right now is 343 mil. Happy with that. When I do start doing some more combat stuff like Slayer coming up soon, because I need to get a Slayer level for 95 Slayer for the diaries. Okay, everyone, I think this is where we're actually going to wrap today, because I had to do the whole introduction segment to the series and the channel and myself. So yeah, we're sitting at about the 25-minute mark. That's about where I want these videos to be. So in the future, we're going to do some different activities per video, but today, slightly different. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched till the end, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what you think of the series idea and how you like it so far. And let me know based on my stats and stuff. I think I posted my stats in the video. What else you want to see me do? I got plenty of requirements to do still. Planning on probably doing some Slayer next, possibly. I still need to do herb lore and agility and a million other things, so let me know what you want to see. If you have any activity ideas for XP, I would appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.